Hi, we're down here at the NEC and we're now going to review the new Elddis Avanti 868. This is a new model from Elddis where they've got a double bed at the very back and on either side they've got the twin bunks. So come and join us while we review this caravan. So starting on the near side, easy to access studies, which is obviously really good by Elddis. Window, a two-piece door with a window in, even though it's their base model just above the Explorers. The window in, it's a nice kind of attractive alloy wheels. Elddis wheels always look pretty good. And then we've got two windows at the back for the bunks. The basic price is $23,999 with a retail price of $24,594 because that includes a delivery charge as well. And there is some of the bits of data about the caravan. So starting at the front of the caravan, we've got wrap around seating, although obviously this can have a chest in as well. A nice grey. I think with children it probably will last, but it might be worth thinking carefully about with children. We've got the wheel system here, so touchscreen wheel system, so it's got the wheel underfloor heating. We've got lockers here on the side. So I've got a couple of lockers on this side, speaker, Elddis kind of top window, the three front windows, quite a bit of light in here even though we are obviously in the NEC. And then we've got two on this side, and as the label says, they're all positive catch, which is good for when you're in transit. So we've got a shelf in there, another shelf in here, which is always good to see as well, and the other side will be the same. But obviously one of these will have in the radio. So again, this one doesn't have a shelf in, but this one here is where obviously the radio will go, which will be fitted, but obviously we're just in the show, that's why it's not in there at the moment. And obviously that looks like it's the aerial point as well above us. So kind of just turning around a second, we've got the microwave, very attractive there, and it's nice silver shiny section. A very big fridge, freezer, which is always excellent to see in a large caravan. So plenty of space in there, nice and deep to get all your bits in. And again, that would pass the Robson's test of can it fit a pizza in, it definitely would. And on the top here, we've got the space here for the freezer as well. You might hear a couple of announcements in the background because I do an announcement while we're doing it. So on the top here, again just ignore the announcements in the back, we've got a cubby hole with a plug socket in there. Actually quite nice that it stops there. It's got a little thing on here which we'll sort in a sec, which keeps it open, which is a good idea by Elddis. Push it all the way up to get it to go back down. We've got on the right hand side as well, the near side, we've got the wardrobe, and then we've got three drawers as well on here, which is good to see. You really can feel the space because of the 8-foot wide part of it. On the other side, the far side, good to see we've got a drop down, and like what I do like about this is that because it's on the other side, it's not getting in the way of anybody. Excellent to see. Got a couple of plug sockets here, a light and switch as well. Nice big sink. Even though it's just one up the Avanti from the base, from the Explorer, we do have a 3 gas burner and electric hot plate. And down below we have separate oven and grill. Again, something I think I really like that Elddis do often is they use the space more wisely by putting lots of drawers in, as opposed to just putting one big vast space. So that's where your cutlery drawer would go. It's currently not in there because we're at the show. Again, space underneath to put pots and pans, space there to put pots and pans. We'll not open all of those things up. But because the microwave's on the other side, you've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces to put your bits and pieces of whatever you want to keep, which is useful when you've got children. So it's coming back, we've got a middle bathroom. So on the near side, we've obviously got the shower in there, a fully lined shower. So I always like the fact that on here Elddis has thought about putting a couple of spaces to put your shower gel and shampoo. We've got the Camel efficient and water saving head on there. But what is quite good, and it's something I quite like about this layout compared to some of the other manufacturers at the moment, if I just come back here a second, is that even though I'm in the shower, and that's just kind of the door to the toilet, everything's kind of semi-enclosed, where with some manufacturers, because even when you've got wider space, it's not quite like this. So if we open this side, we have the now fashionable Elddis sink, and then we have the toilet. The actual back bit of the toilet's actually put in, which is quite nice rather than that sticking out. A couple of cupboards in here, and on the side a lovely big mirror as well. Skylight in here. There is a lot of light, like I'm saying. They obviously have all the lights on because of the show, but to be fair, consider it in a darkened big space, it's pretty good. So just coming back through here, this is a piece de resistance of this van, which is the fact it has a double bed on one side, and we'll show you in a second. On this side it has some bunks. So we've got like a sort of a French bed. We've got a couple of cupboards above here, another cupboard above here, and then it looks like they've put space in here for where you'd put your TV. There's not a bracket there currently, but I'm assuming the bracket goes there. And there is also a curtain that goes round the bed of the parents, so it gives you a little bit of privacy from the children. They're using the Hypnos bed, we'll try that out in a second. And on this bit here, we've got a cupboard for the wardrobe, and we've got two hanging spaces, which always is good. Again, I probably would have preferred to have some drawers at the bottom here, but I think that's probably been a little bit picky. So on the other side, we've got two good size bunks, look fairly long. I think they will probably last them the teenage years. So we've got two bunks in there, and again, both bottom and top have a window. There will be storage space under there. Unfortunately, there's not a hatch, which would have been quite useful. Again, obviously on this side there is plenty of space under the bed, as you would see in most caravans. Unfortunately, in this case there is a hatch to access that space. So let's give you a view from the very back of the van. So you see there's plenty of space all the way down here. So the big twin axle and the fact that it's 8 foot wide gives you that real space. So I do think this would be a really good caravan for a lot of young families. The size of it, due to the fact it's nearly 8 metres long and it's also 8 feet wide, gives a vast amount of space. It's really well thought out. For some people it'll be a Marmite van. Some people love the fact that you've got the double bed and the children next to it. Some people having children might not want to do that, but when you have younger children, it means you can just keep an eye on them and you've got nice access. I do really like the fact that the bathroom is enclosed, so you've got an enclosed shower and you've got an enclosed bathroom, and that when you shut the doors it actually makes it a little bit like a Jack and Jill bathroom, where some other manufacturers have the concertina. So I think that's really well thought out by Elddis. I really do think for a lot of people this will be an excellent van. Personally, where I'm currently sat, I would probably have the chest, because you need to put your TV somewhere. It does work really well for the wraparound space, but then you're then thinking, where do you put the TV? There's a shelf behind me, you could put that on there. But it's a really well thought out van by Elddis, and it is really good to see a UK manufacturer picking something different. So if you're here at the show, obviously pop down or go to your local dealer that sells Elddis and have a look. I think it's a really good idea. If you don't already, give us a thumbs up for our review. If you don't already, maybe consider subscribing. And that's our review. The only things we haven't mentioned are just on the offside. The offside, obviously, we've got the points for the water, and we've got the points for the toilet cassette. On the near side, we've got the vents for the fridge. Everybody prefers them in different places. I have no issue to be on that side. So there's our review of the Elddis new 868 8 foot wide family caravan for a family of 6. Bye for now.